I cannot really believe it. We had been here for 2 months and now we're leaving the country, flying to our next continent and to our next journey to Japan. We're flying with the airline. I had never heard about it. And something really interesting, we are not even in Japan and everyone is standing in line already. Oh, come on, move faster. And here you see me simply complaining about the seats because they were really bad. They couldn't move at all. And I was not satisfied at all. I had like 1 inch to move around and that wasn't enough. And the airplane was full. I wasn't expecting that. Goodbye LA. Goodbye expensive fuel. Goodbye poverty. And now let's see how our pre-ordered $12 meal looks like. I have to admit, that does not really look bad. Okay, let's give it a try. Or what do you think? Should I eat it? Shouldn't I eat it? I'm gonna try it. Okay, first let's mix everything all together and then let's try it. After almost 4 hours in the plane, I have to walk a little bit around, stretch myself, go for a little walk because I'm getting exhausted. I cannot sleep in the seat, which I cannot move around. Most of the people are sleeping for the reason that we have no in-flight infotainment, like for example with AA, that we could watch a movie. Yeah, so that I wouldn't be fully bored, I continued editing all of my open vlogs, which I did not edit it yet, but I got a little bit distracted by some Balkan music, which really pushed my mood. Unfortunately, I cannot really play the music here because of license rights on YouTube, as you're all aware of it. I actually just realized that we're having no window blinds in the airplane, but I found this button, so let's press it and see what's going to happen. But I know what's going to happen. The window is getting dark, so simply the Japanese airlines put the same effect on the outside windows like we had it with the first Maybach, where you could dim the window, and this is absolutely genius because you could dim the window and make it basically almost black so that you could sleep and that you wouldn't have any impact by the sunlight from outside. And this is really genius. It's not like in the past when the stewards and stewardesses went across the airplane for start and landing, please put all of the blinds up and yada yada yada. This is really cool, and this is like our first hint that we are flying to one of the most technological countries in the world, and this is simply Japan. And now see for yourself, I cannot complain. Finally, we're reaching Japan. We can already see some of the first islands out there, and we're going to land now. Well, the weather in LA was nicer when we left it. We just landed in Tokyo, and walking around the airport, I didn't really have a feeling to be somewhere in Japan. It could be the Stuttgart airport because it looks like a German airport. Welcome to the home of Super Mario! Okay, we just got our visa. We're sitting in our first train. Let our Japan adventure begin. And now a little room tour. This is the high-tech Japanese toilet, and we're going over to the living and sleeping room. We're having a bed, a sleeping couch, a little TV, and then we're also having a balcony here with an amazing view on Kōtō City. That's the part of Tokyo where we're staying at, and it's impressive. Well, this is how it looks like to withdraw 65 euros in Japan. This place is amazing. We simply got in. We were even not able to order something, and we got our dish on the table because they only have one dish in this place. But that's about it for today. See you tomorrow morning. Good morning. We're going to have a little snack and then we're going to leave the house. Well, this is exactly how I ever wanted to install an AC in our apartment. And no one, really no one would see from outside that you have put an AC on your house. This is really smart. Welcome to Japan. And I just saw my first electric car in Japan. And guess what it is? A Tesla. Okay, we just arrived to Takeshita Street and I have to synchronize everything again because of the background music. Look what they are selling here. Dogs. And for one moment I arrived at Shiba heaven. Everything was Shiba. Shiba cafe, Shiba souvenirs. And what I really admire here is how they are displaying all of the food they are selling as real life models so that you can actually see up front what you're ordering. Got ourselves our first snack for today. Some pancakes, Japanese ones. So, and what's the most German food of Turkish origin the whole world cannot live without? Döner kebab, and you even have it in Tokyo. And I just got myself a little snack here at the convenience store. Not bad for a snack. And now we're up to see some Shibas again. Hello. 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 Arigato! Arigato! So we just visited the Shiba cafe here in Tokyo. It was really funny to see so many Shibas at one place because we own our Shiba on our own, which stayed at home with grandma and grandpa. And yeah, it was nice to be around so many Shibas. But what I realized, no matter if a Shiba is in Japan or in Germany, a Shiba is and stays a Shiba. We're now at the Shibuya crosswalk and words cannot describe this place. This is fascinating. All of the people crossing the streets from various sides and everyone is crossing the street until it's green, and the moment the light is starting to flash, everyone is running over to make it over the street before the light turns red. This is simply amazing. And how coordinated it is, how civilized this is. Everyone in the world should once be here to see this with his, her own eyes. The next 30 seconds I'm not going to comment anything, just see for yourself. As you can see, Japan is a Shiba and Akita heaven. You were just seeing the statue of Hachiko, and now we're going to have some dinner, and then I'm going to show you a really interesting place. One thing I wasn't expecting to see in Japan were casinos, and I really got the impression that some of the people are living there. So you had food, coffee, restaurants, some people were sleeping on the machines, and that was, yeah, kinda different than Las Vegas. Something what I really admire about Japan is if you go and buy yourself a yogurt, you get immediately spoons at the checkout. And what I also really like, they're affordable. This is not like in the US, like that a yogurt would cost like $3 or something. They have normal prices for that stuff here in Japan. So I'm actually doing my first laundry in Japan, and I first had to negotiate with the machine so that it would start, and I hope we did everything right. If not, we will have to wash everything by second time, because that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense. That makes no sense because of all of the translations, but I was watching some tutorials on YouTube. Okay, our first Japanese laundry just finished, and now we're going to hang it in the bathroom. Yeah, in the bathroom. Japanese bathrooms are having a heating so that you use the shower or the bath that you can dry the whole room, and we're using that dry function in order to dry our laundry. And as you can see, you have here a heating system which is going to, or which is actually blowing out hot air, heating up the room. And the next thing we're doing, we're closing the door from outside, locking it up, and tomorrow morning everything will be dry. This is going to be the last vlog in this format. New vlogs are going to be aired on Instagram and on TikTok. You find the link in the description. For everyone who stayed to the end, thank you for watching all of my vlogs.